opening bell. And there's the bell to start round one. Ooh, a good straight. The straight right just misses. So much pre-hype surrounding this fight, the fans are on the edge of their seats.
It's so hot, so heated, there's a roof on here, you don't understand it. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on, you're thirsty, you're sweating, and you're getting under, you're on the wrong side of a beating. This can be hellfire on here.
The straight right just misses. And he scores with the counter. Nice counter shot. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. Counter punch. They miss with the jab. That counter shot lands. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Jacobs in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt. And there's the bell for round two. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
The perfect counter lands. Time they drop their guard, they get caught. Beautiful counter punch. When you're fighting a counter puncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counter puncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter puncher smart.
Missing with that right hook. These two are the perfect dance partners.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nice counter. How about that time counter shot? So much for boxing. This is a fight. That counter punch caught him clean. There's a counter shot. He threw a punch and just got counters. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Jacobs in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Wow.
There's the bell for round three. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight. Your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Catch and shoot. They exchange punches. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice counter shot. Do you believe this? Good counter punching. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Skillful.
Whoa, Johnny. And down goes Daniel Jacobs. And as you can see here, a picture-perfect punch did the trick. Got knocked down, but didn't stay down. Once again, showing you how much grit and courage this fighter has.
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
It's all offense, all the time. So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. Jacobs in that last round. You've got to wonder how big of a factor that knockdown's going to be. We just saw. Back at it in round 4. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
And he misses with that jab. So he's going to taunt here. I don't know if that's the wisest strategy. Perfect counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Well done with that counter shot. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Punch, counter punch. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through?
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
The straight right just misses. Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Jacobs in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Needs a knockout.
And there's the bell for round 5. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
And he just missed with that left jab. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
And he misses with that straight left. The straight right just misses. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Tried to score with a jab. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Jacobs in that last round. After what we saw in that... Here we go in the 6th round. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got 2 class middleweight fighters, you're in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, Mr. I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
Beautiful counter shot. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Oh, that punch. Just missed with that hook. You'd like to see more jabs. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Jacobs in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble. And there's the bell for round 7. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Nice counter punch. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these 2 boxers, Johnny?
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when he catch you.
You couldn't write a script like this. The Mexican monster is down. Thank goodness we've got instant replay. We get to see it again.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are you okay?
They're on their feet, but is this the beginning of the end?
Look at his corner, look for the instructions. They're telling him to calm.
I don't think we can truly appreciate what we saw unless we see it in slow motion.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Run to me.
How about that will to win and refusal to stay down as this fight continues.
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in down once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Talk about Jacobs in that last round. They say no one knows a fighter. Round 8, and we're off again. Something has got to change after 2 knockdowns in the last round.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
That counter shot lands. He threw a punch and just got countered. You don't want to trade shots. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. When are we going to see a jab from these two? That counter shot lands. He threw a punch and just got countered. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go.